We're living in a changing world. How do you provide public goods and services to the people? We graduate the next generation of public leaders, be that in the Middle East or those who engage in defining the new global paradigm. Welcome to the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy at the American University in Cairo. We inaugurated the school in September 2009. It had to be a school that was part of the world. Throughout our curricula, the faculty, highly distinguished in their fields, teach these students how to think and enable them to be participants in policy making.
Whereas here we're talking about people like, why are they afraid? Our teaching styles here requires you to not simply be told what to think, but to process the information, to formulate a point of view, and then to be able to argue that point of view and support it with actual facts and accurate data. We don't just lecture our students. The professors in this school teach in a way that's very conducive to uniting theory and practice. It's very important to be theoretically rigorous, of course, but to then marry that with the politics of the world we live in.
That's what I feel is great about GAP, is it gives you this blend of theoretical know-how and technical skill. The end goal here is that you know how to function in a multimedia world. So you could do online, you could do social media, you could do radio, you could do print, you could do TV. I feel like I'm equipped with a lot more than the average graduate.
One of the biggest advantages studying at the GAP School at AUC is just the exposure that we get. We get to rub shoulders with people working in different development fields and areas. There's a lot of activities going on, there's a lot of workshops that we get. This past winter, we've been to China on a study tour with the Yusuf Jamil Fellowship. We got to have a lot of cultural exposure. We got to meet students and professors, as well as a lot of organizations that we got to visit as well.
When you just think of the Middle East, you just sort of think of Cairo as one of the most politically dynamic or culturally dynamic places. I knew I wanted a program that was flexible, that I could study the region from a range of disciplines. I've been able to take classes in political science and history and the MGA program. So the interdisciplinary nature of the Middle East Studies program in GAP was a big selling point.
Getting the academic study and then waking up next morning and trying to think of what you've learned and applying it actually on the ground during your work puts you in the right position. I remember taking away from GAP the core essence of governance, social accountability, transparency, citizen-centered governance. These have been the guides I've been working with throughout my work for the government.
GAP graduates affect the public agenda. They're the ones who define the direction of public policy of their own societies and their countries. Be they government employees, be they in the NGO community, be they parliamentarians, be they in the media. They will be the thinkers of the future.